Hi, I'm on my journey to create my dream life and I'm documenting on here. Part of that journey for me includes setting myself goals for the year and then breaking them down into monthly goals. So this video is going to focus on what goals I set myself for January, if I managed to complete them, and what goals I'm going to set myself for February. I set myself a goal to watch 3 classic movies. For reference, I talk about this a lot on my channel, but I'm really rubbish for references, or a lot of the time someone will say like, oh, have you seen this film? And it will literally be like Forrest Gump or like a really well-known film. And I will be like, no, I don't really even know what it's about. Just because I think I don't really watch movies that often. So I want to understand references. So I set myself a goal for the year to watch 20 classic movies or like must-see movies. And then for this month, January, I broke it down into watch 3. I ended up watching like 10. I'm not going to go over every single movie because I would be here all day. I think the ones that stood out to me most, I liked Ghost, but I think before I watched it, 2 separate people told me it was really bad. So I had really low expectations, so I worry that's kind of tarnished my opinion of it, because I was like, this is great, what are people talking about? Not like in my top 20 movies or anything like that, but I think I had such a low expectation. Now I'm thinking this is good. I think my favourite on the list is 4 Weddings and a Funeral. I had no idea what it was about and I thought it was really funny. So I kind of go into things having like 0 expectations apart from Ghost. And then I've been like pleasantly surprised. I set myself a goal to read 3 books this month. The first book I finished was the last Harry Potter book of the series. I spoke a bit more about it in one of my previous videos, and I think most people have watched or read the book and have their opinion of their own. I just think Harry didn't have that much of a personality, and it was definitely a lot sadder than I expected it to be, and a lot darker. And then today I've just finished Geek Love, which is another book I have to read for uni. It took me ages to get through this one because it's like 500 pages and I swear I'm such a slow reader. This is my favourite book so far. It's out of 3, so I mean, it's about these 2 people and they're starting up their carnival and they intentionally take drugs and have children to make them deformed, which it sounds crazy, but it's like, it's a really weird book. Like if you can get past all the weird stuff that happens, it's like really interesting. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to write about for uni. I just don't know if I will with 500 pages. I also set myself a goal to try 1 new recipe a month. This month I tried to make vegetarian tuna with chickpeas. I didn't go the whole way of adding anchovies and things, but I did add cream cheese, garlic, onions, mushed up chickpeas. I made a whole YouTube short about it. I really like the recipe. It's a good sandwich filling. I think my only issue is that another goal of mine was to be vegan for a week, which I did achieve, and I also made a YouTube video about that. But I've come out of it thinking I still want to be vegan. So then now this recipe isn't useful to me because it's got cheese in. So I think I need to try and find a vegan version of it, which might be my February recipe. I also want to go on at least 5 hikes this year. I didn't actually set myself a goal to go any hikes in January because I know it's cold and I knew I might not have the opportunity to. But I did go to Mugdock Country Park. I always want to call it County Park. I don't know if you'd necessarily call it a hike, but I was out there for like 5 hours walking around wearing waterproof trousers and hiking boots. So I'm calling it a hike in my book. I really enjoyed it. I really want to go to Pollock Country Park as well to see the Highland cows. So I think that's going to be my February goal. Which brings me to my next goal, which was to move intentionally 3 times a week. I think technically I have achieved this goal because I just opt to walk to and from uni, which is about an hour's worth of walking in total a day. And I go to uni at least 3 times a week. I just think it's too easy and it's maybe not as much exercise as I could be getting. So I think I might try and slowly implement something like yoga, even just on the weekends, to kind of amp up my movement, because I'm not really trying. I walk to uni anyway and then I'm just kind of counting it towards my goals. So for my February goal, I'll definitely implement something that moves a bit more towards doing something other than walking. One of arguably the biggest goals for me this year is to figure out what I'm doing with YouTube. I have wanted to be a YouTuber for years, and like finally uploading is great, but it's one of those where I have to like keep going with it even when life gets busy, So one of my goals was to upload 1 long form video a week and 2 short form videos. I managed to do that and more, which is good. These are all the videos I uploaded in the month because I'm trying to track that. The only thing I have to note about YouTube is that I'm a bit rubbish at filming ahead and I leave things a bit last minute. There was one thumbnail that I did like 10 minutes before the YouTube video was supposed to go out, and then I never really went back to change it. So I think for February, I'm going to set myself a goal to create 2 separate thumbnails for my YouTube and then pick my favourite, and that'll kind of make me be a bit more intentional about what I'm producing and actually trying to make something good. I've also really been enjoying crocheting Jellycats, which I think something I need to do more of because a lot of people find my channel that way, and I don't want someone to subscribe to me because of that video and then realise that I have one video about crochet and then leave. Whereas, I don't know, but then again, those videos will take like ages to make, so it's like pros and cons, but I'm just like thinking out loud. This wasn't included on my monthly goals, but for my yearly goals, I really want to find this cake Jellycat. It's my 21st birthday at the end of April, and I've kind of got it in my head that I want to buy that specific Jellycat for myself. It started because my flatmate bought me a Jellycat, and I'm like, well, he can't be on his own, which is really bad. I've managed to like stop myself from buying random Jellycats. I nearly bought the tiny coffee mug, and I nearly bought the watering can if it wasn't like £50. I think the ones I would let myself impulsively buy if I saw them in a shop would be the sun, maybe the moon, but probably not, the bee, and the cake Jellycat. Anything else, I'm like, nah. I think I went to like every Jellycat shop in Glasgow. No, that's probably an exaggeration. I think I went to about 6. I recorded bits and I'm going to make it a whole separate video, but they just all have the same stuff from the spring collection, and the carrot cake's not cutting it for me. So I think I might have to go on an Edinburgh trip because I know Edinburgh has a lot of Jellycats and my flatmate's from Edinburgh, so I'm like, you can show me around. Don't perceive the fact that I'm recording everything, it's fine. I don't have a secret YouTube channel. For February, I want to schedule in an Edinburgh Jellycat trip because I do want to find this cake. I also want to challenge myself to make 2 thumbnails for every long form video, so it'll be 8 thumbnails, 4 videos, and watch at least 1 YouTube video about how to edit with the software I use, or even maybe look into a different software. I worry I have like too many jump cuts, but then my only options are like for it to be like this really dramatic fade or like spiraling in, which I don't think works. If it was like a parkour channel, that'd be great. As well as keeping up with my general YouTube goal, which is to upload 4 long form videos and 8 short form videos, preferably more, especially when it comes to short form, and especially I want to try and do more crochet short form videos. I also want to read 4 books as well as watch 4 more classic movies. I think that'll be pretty easy to do. I also want to go on at least 1 more hike/walk. I think it's in the making to go to Pollock Country Park, which I mentioned before, and I want to see the Highland cows. I think because my goal is to go on 5 hikes in the year, I think when I hit 5, I'm going to compile them all into 1 YouTube video about hiking. I think that could maybe be interesting. Even if no one watches it, it'll be aesthetic for me to see. I also want to try 1 new recipe because I've been trying to try a new recipe every week. No, might be too much. A new recipe every month. I really want to try and like tofu because I think as a vegetarian/vegan, it's a good protein option, but I've tried cooking it a couple of different ways and don't really like it, so we'll see how that goes. I also set myself a goal to celebrate more, just in the year in general. I worry because I don't drink and I don't have a massive friend group, I kind of let celebrations pass me by and I don't really do anything for them. So February is a good month for that because it's my boyfriend's birthday on the 1st of February and then also Valentine's Day. I'm not gonna like do things that wouldn't match me, like, you know, I'm not just gonna go drinking for the sake of it. I think I'm gonna make a plan, but I'm thinking like cute Valentine's Day makeup, maybe like love heart shaped cupcakes, that kind of vibe, to like feel like I can look back and be like, oh yeah, that Valentine's Day where I made the cupcakes. Maybe. I'm sure I've missed something or I'll accidentally think of a new goal midway through the month, but I'll update you guys on that in my February overview video next month. and also I'll include anything new that I maybe achieved that I didn't initially write down. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to see if I complete these goals.